All right. So what do you think about all those AI women? Is there a chance that it creates a difference with OnlyFans and so on? I think that's getting a little overblown. Until we pass the Turing test, right? Until you have was it Westworld? If you can't tell the difference, does it really matter? Until you can ask that question of somewhat a simulacrum. What is it? What do they call them? I forget what's the one from Blade Runner? the replicants. Until you have a replicant. Is that what it is? I'm probably wrong. Until it can pass a Turing test and trick guys into thinking. But here's the thing: guys want to be fooled. Guys want to be seduced by that. Even I think what's the crazier thing about AI sort of replacing I think guys are too happy about the idea of AI like replacing OnlyFans girls. I don't think it's ever going to replace OnlyFans. OnlyFans will morph into something different. I would say probably within the next couple of years. You think OnlyFans is the last word in this kind of like exploitation or this kind of like manipulation of men? Trust me, we will find some way to industrialize OnlyFans. Mike was saying that they're probably going to take OnlyFans and then hive it off into something else so that like the top earners are on like another app or they're on like some sort of grouping, and they'll find some way to market that and to turn it into some sort of exclusive like club. There will be something that comes along that revolutionizes OnlyFans, and it ain't gonna be AI. It will be the human element. The best OnlyFans girls are the girls who are accessible. They're the girls who seem like they could be someone you could meet next door, right? They're still sexual, that you could still tell them what to do. But the problem is that OnlyFans, and I'm glad you asked this question. Let me put this up because it's too good not to. Thank you, Marty. I think that OnlyFans and AI, I don't think that that's a good pairing. I don't think it's a good match. I think guys are excited about it because, finally AI. Wow, now we can just jerk off and not have to worry about paying these dumb bitches, right? Like, you're still paying them. You'll still find some way. It'll be tricking you in some other way. So don't get too crazy and happy and it's pro revenge, right? Don't think of it in those terms. But I think the reason OnlyFans is popular, the reason this show is popular, the reason Fresh and Fit is popular, the reason Tim Pool is popular is because it is what I call engagement media. Registered trademark, copyrighted, 2023, Rollo Tomasi. It is engagement media. What that means is it breaks down the third wall. Right now, I'm just going to do this shit really quickly. This, by me putting this super chat up here and reading this, you've just changed the course of the show, Rational Agent. That's the advantage that OnlyFans has. OnlyFans is engagement media. So you feel like you can play a part. You can in some way direct the course of the show by giving me a €100 super chat, and you can. In fact, I encourage it. But the reason why this show is popular, the reason why any live stream is popular, is because people feel like they're part of the show. They feel like they're part of the narrative. They feel like they are. You guys, everyone in the chat right now, how many people got? 860 people, which ain't even that much. That's low for me. But everybody, there's 806, at least 860 people who in some way, if you wanted to, you could put something in the chat right now. And if I saw it and I thought it was clever, I'd probably talk about it. And now you've changed the course of the show. The same thing applies to OnlyFans. So if you have some favorite OnlyFans girl and you're tipping her, or you're a pay pig or whatever, I don't know what the fuck they're calling them now, but you're paying the subscriptions and you say, hey, I want you to do this, or hey, I'm going to send you this lingerie because it's on your wish list, or however you guys simp, right? You do that, and in some way you are now changing the reality TV show that is that girl's life. Hey, I'm going to give you $20,000, girl. Go to Aruba and fuck your boyfriend there. And she'll do it, right? Because now you've changed the narrative. It is engagement media. It breaks down, I guess it's the fourth wall, breaks down the fourth wall between the actors and the audience. So you get to decide. Right now, me just doing a Q&A or an AMA, I'm encouraging you to direct the course of the show. But you can't do that with commercial television. You don't get to do that with The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. He did, so sure. So you know what taught me this was going on Dr. Phil. Everything on Dr. Phil is scripted down to the questions on the 3.5, 3x5 index cards that the people in the audience are sitting on top of so that they can read those. Those were already prepped. And you know what? They asked those at precisely the right time. They're supposed to, and they'll say that in the time code in the show, now you ask it. Now we go to this. Now we put this guest on. Now he gets 5 minutes to say something. Now he gets 2 minutes to say something. Now everything is down to the minute, down to the second, really. That's not engagement media. That is performance art is what that is. All that is what, like watching a movie that's already, you think it's live. That's the appeal, but it's not really live. It's shot live, but it's so scripted and so outlined that it's never spontaneous and no one can direct the course of the show. Even the people who are, well, at least in the audience of they can't direct that because everything is pre-planned. It would be like me giving you your super chat so that I could read it to you, right? But OnlyFans is like that. I made the case that if you look at Adam 22 and Lena the Plug, that is a huge, like a large scale version of engagement media. Logan Paul going up against Dennis or whatever, that guy, though, that fight, that event, that is, say it's kayfabe. Yeah, it definitely is, but it's also engagement media because everybody talks about it. And by talking about it and doing shows and writing articles and everything else, they think that they're influencing the course of what's going to happen prior to getting to the event, which is the fight in this case, or the porn movie that Lena the Plug ends up doing when she's, I don't know, now she's banging 6 black guys. So, yeah. So and who makes the money off it? Well, I mean, technically the affiliates who keep, like I could do a show right now on Lena the Plug and those 6 guys are sitting behind the couch and looking like it's Brazzers or some shit like that. I could fully do a show on that, but I'm not going to because all I'd be doing is feeding into that kayfabe and that engagement media. That is, by the way, Adam 22, bravo, master of it right now. Logan Paul, master. There's other people that will probably do the same thing. Andrew Tate, bravo, wrote the book on it. So it's everybody getting involved in the narrative, but they think that they are. So engagement media will always crush anything that AI could come up with because it's not spontaneous enough to do something like, say, like Adam 22 or the top earners on AI is not going to say, I'm going to sell bath water for $30 a jar. AI is not going to be able to, what was the one I just saw? There's this chick that I think it's 2 naked chicks or something like that. They're in a bathtub that's full of milk and it's like Fruit Loops or Fruity Pebbles or some shit like that. And they're like wallowing around in it all buck naked and everything. And then they're scooping the stuff out, putting it in jars. And by the way, the entire bathtub sold out within the first like 3 or 4 hours, I think is what it was. But all gone, making money hand over fist. AI is not going to do that. Sorry. AI is not going to get in a bathtub and say, it could probably make you think you are maybe, but would it occur? I don't know. But so I would be cautious to think that AI is going to be what crushes and ends OnlyFans.